I'm Sajaya, social activist, independent journalist. In 1990, when communal rights happened in Hyderabad, so many civil society people thought they came together and started giving relief. Almost 3.5 months it happened. We gave relief, and 350 people were killed in those riots. After it's over, some of us thought we cannot be continue only relief work. It has to be prevented, and with the help of local people. So we went back to localities and started a dialogue with local organizations, different groups, youth groups, religious groups, and women's groups, different kinds of groups. We started a dialogue, and we continuously work on communal harmony and how to prevent communal rights, particularly in their localities. So they motivated with all these interactions. 80 organizations came together and started as a confederation, registered in 1995 as a COVA, Confederation of Voluntary Associations.
When I did come across the organizers of COVA and so on, pretty early in its journey, that was in 90s and 95 and so on, when Hyderabad has unfortunately experienced some riots, and in that context, there were a group of young people under the leadership of Mr. Mazhar Hussain, and who came together to form COVA with an idea to help people who are affected negatively by such riots, and also to spread the idea of peace and humanity across society.
मेरा नाम नूरजहां, मैं 1994 में कोवा ज्वाइन करी एज ए कोऑर्डिनेटर। मेरा काम वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट, वुमेन हेल्थ, एजुकेशन, फैमिली काउंसलिंग, अडल्ट्स एंड गर्ल्स एजुकेशन, गर्ल्स चाइल्ड मैरिजेस, इसके ऊपर था। इसलिए हम एक सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप भी बनाए थे। हमारे 2000 लिंक वॉलंटियर्स थे। हम 40,000 घर, 2 लाख आबादी वाले जगह पे काम करें। वहाँ पर हम अवेयरनेस का प्रोग्राम देते थे, उनके साथ हम ये काम करें, और उन लोगों को हर 6 महीने में एक बार ट्रेनिंग देते थे। वो लोग बिल्कुल घर के बाहर निकलने के वो नहीं थे, लेकिन इस काबिल उनको बनाए और उनको हम कम्युनल हार्मनी के बारे में ट्रेन करें, ताकि वो अपने बस्तियों में जाके वहाँ अवेयर करें और जो फसादात होते उसको रोकने के लिए कैसा काम करें, वो हम उनको जिम्मेदार करे थे। और वो लोग वो आसानी से वो काम बगैर झिझक के करते थे। इसके बाद मैं यहाँ ओल्ड सिटी में काम करते करते फिर मेरा डिस्ट्रिक्ट में काम रहा। 9 डिस्ट्रिक्ट में कोवा का काम था, जहाँ मैं जाके वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट, वुमेन एजुकेशन और जो वुमेन अवेयरनेस के लिए हुआ था कि हर इलेक्शन में वुमेन ठहरना, उसके लिए हम लोग अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम करें, वहाँ पर भी सेम काम करें। उसके बाद मुझे अलग अलग स्टेट जाने का मौका मिला, जम्मू कश्मीर, सहारनपुर, कलकत्ता, बेंगलोर, हर जगह मैं कोवा के थ्रू कॉन्फ्रेंसों में जाके बहुत कुछ सीखी। मुझे सीखने का मौका मिला, मुझे वहाँ पर बहुत सी आइडेंटिटी मिली, और मैं एक मुकाम से बहुत आली मुकाम पर आगे मैं अपने आप को समझती। सोशल वर्कर से सोशल एक्टिविस्ट बनने में कोवा का हाथ है, और मैं आज अपना ओन जो कुछ भी चलाती हूँ तो मुझे कोवा की वजह से ही ये पूरे एरिया में, पूरे हैदराबाद में या पूरा डिस्ट्रिक्ट है या नेशनल इंटरनेशनल लेवल भी मेरा सफ़र रहा, और मैं बहुत अच्छी तरीके से अपने आप को डेवलप कर सकी ये कोवा तक वजह।
मेरा नाम रेनू है। मैं 1994 में कोवा से जुड़ी थी, लिंक वॉलंटियर थी कोवा की। मैं घर के बाहर पहले कभी नहीं निकली। 1994 में जब मैं कोवा से जुड़ी तब घर के बाहर निकली। निकलने के बाद में मुझे नॉलेज मिला कोवा से कि हम हेल्थ इश्यू लेडीज का कैसा किया जाए और लेडीज को कैसा जोड़ा जाए। तो इसके लिए फिर बस्ती दवाखाने से जुड़ी थी मैं। बस्ती दवाखाने में लेडीजों को लेके जाना, उनका जो है हेल्थ इश्यू था वो पूरा प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करना। इसके बाद में जो है लेडीजों को मैं हौसला दिलाई कि घर के बाहर लेडीज निकल के बहुत कुछ कर सकती, गोवा से जुड़ के बहुत कुछ कर सकती, बहुत कुछ सीख सकती। फिर उसके बाद में जो है 2002 में गुजरात में दंगे फसाद हुए थे, तो वहाँ का असर हैदराबाद में भी हुआ था। तब हम हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख ईसाई चारों जने मिलके मक्का मस्जिद करने हम चैन बना के दंगे फसाद को रोक के आपस में भाईचारा बनाए थे। उसके बाद में जो है मेरा वो पीसफुल हो गया, पीस के लिए भी काम करने लग गई मैं। उसके बाद में मेरा इलेक्शन भी हुआ, बस्ती दवाखाना जाके बड़ा दवाखाना भी बन गया। आज इतना लेडीज में हौसला आ गया कि खोवा से हर कोई जुड़ना चाह रहा है, हर कोई काम करना चाह रहा है, और खोवा से जुड़ के जो है जो हमें नॉलेज मिला बहुत अच्छा हुआ।
Good morning, Namaskar, Adab. Completing 30 years is a big milestone for COVA. The first time I heard of COVA was through a senior colleague of mine, Dr. Alamdar Mospi, who was the principal chief conservator of forest, and he mentioned about Dr. Mazhar Hussain, saying that he is the thought leader to watch. But then before that, I had seen the work they were doing during the communal riots in the old city, especially the human chain by the ladies in the Charminar area, which was very effective. And just now Dr. Mazhar Hussain was telling me that it was covered in the international press also, in important papers like Le Monde and Washington Post and papers like that. That's they earned their spurs through this work of peace and communal harmony and amity in the old city. And luckily, now we have absolute peace in that area.
हमारे एरिया में हैदराबाद में किधर भी कुछ भी हुआ होगा, लेकिन हमारे एरिया में आज तक कभी कुछ होने नहीं, दंगा होने नहीं दिए, ना कोई इंसिडेंट होने दिया आज तक।
मेरा नाम सैयद अब्दुल खलील खातवी है। दरगाह हज़रत सैयद शाह खाकी रहमतुल्लाह अलैह का प्रेसिडेंट बात कर रहा हूँ मैं। यहाँ पर हम लोग जो है रवि भाई, सीनू भाई और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह हम लोग कुछ भी अगर ऐसा हुआ, हालात ऐसे कुछ ख़राब हो गए तो फौरी एक्टिव होकर जो है ना उसको रोकने की कोशिश करते हैं। यहाँ पर आज तक जो है ना कुछ नहीं हुआ 90 से अब तक। जो भी काम है अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह हम लोग मिलजुल के जो है ना, कहीं फसाद हो रहा है, कहीं हो रहा होगा शहर के अंदर, तो आज हमारे एरिया के अंदर, गौलीपुरा एरिया के अंदर जो है नहीं होने दी हम लोग इसको।
నా పేరు డి శ్రీనివాస్, నేను పటేల్ నగర్ గౌలీపుర లలితాబాగ్లో ఉంటాను. ఇక్కడ 90 నుండి ఏదైతే గడబడులు అయినావో ఇప్పటిదాకా మేము కానియలేము, కావు కూడా కావద్దని మేము కోరుకుంటున్నాము.
Congratulations to COVA for completing 38 glorious years of its relentless work for peace and harmony in society. Let me recall a bit of history here. Way back in 1990, old city of Hyderabad witnessed the worst ever communal riots, taking the lives of over 200 people. The situation looked grim. Fear, suspicion and hatred were palpable, leaving one wondering if peace and communal harmony would ever return to Hyderabad. Political parties were adding fuel to the fire, polarizing and dividing people on communal lines. What was urgently required at that particular point of time was a committed organization that would bring together two warring communities. COVA, born in this gloomy situation, heralded fresh hope of accomplishing this task effectively. The first step it took was to constitute Basti-level Hindu-Muslim peace committees to promote and spread the message of peace and harmony. I have been observing COVA's work closely ever since, both as a journalist and as a resident of Old City. In those troubled times, it was not an easy task to start an voluntary organization and work in Old City, given the baggage of history of animosity, political interference and general attitude of people. But COVA overcame the many challenges, including threat from political parties. It remained steadfast and its activities, always centered around peace, harmony and education of the poor, brought about significant transformation the way people looked at various issues. I saw COVA grow from strength to strength, from just a Hyderabad specific NGO to spreading its activities to several states across India and to the neighboring countries. I would not hesitate to say here that COVA is a true example of think globally and act locally when it comes to promotion of peace and harmony in society. Given the wide range of activities, it's no surprise that COVA gets a lot of coverage in media. The main reason could be its innovative approach. For instance, the interfaith celebration of festivals it has conducted all through last year. I wish COVA all success and very many years of promoting peace and harmony in society.
Congratulations, COVA, for your 30th anniversary. COVA has done remarkable work throughout its 3 decades, starting with a very difficult phase in the history of Hyderabad when the city was riven with communal riots. The work that COVA did at that time not only helped stop the riots but also laid the foundations for a longer term building of trusts and mechanisms of communication within the area where all these troubles used to happen. So that since then there have been virtually no untoward incidents on communal basis. I know the detail of that work, and I think it is worth emulation in many, many other cities in India.
Namaskar. I am here in Switzerland and I am trying to be part of the 30th year's celebration of COVA. COVA is a very, very dear organization for us. The kind of work COVA has done, we always appreciated. The level of work, the depth of work, we always appreciated what COVA was doing. I think some areas where you have made very beautiful contribution, Mazhar Bhai and team. Your work in the field of communal harmony. The way you have engaged with the community in Hyderabad is of course very, very important. But then the way you engaged nationally, that the way you were able to bring different religious groups together, continuously engage with them, speak about interfaith and intrafaith. So your contribution is amazing. The way you have looked at that subject and you have gone deep into it. You are also very active in Manipur. Wherever there is conflict, Mazhar Bhai and COVA should be there. In fact, I remember Mazhar Bhai said, conflict is not like tsunami, conflict is like a storm. You know that it is coming. So be prepared.